at least one universe with a regularity, with inflation, with me. At least one universe that enables carbon atoms. At least one universe with Goldilocks zone planets. At least one universe with me. I don't know, you see, whether I'm a poet or a scientist. Can you be both? When I was young, I used to do puppet shows for all the local kids. I had teddy bears, puppets, and an imagination. And I don't know whether that was poetry or whether because I organised it all, got the settee, had all the props ready, is that the beginning of me as a scientist? Or was that me? It's funny, isn't it, how time passes. And then you forget. For me now, I've forgotten. I've forgotten so much of who I am and who I was.
I told them. I told them.
What did they say?
They were shocked.
I knew they'd be shocked. I told you they'd be shocked. I said, if you tell them, they'll be shocked. I didn't say they're easily shocked.
No.
Did you remember to put this in your back pocket with the secret message? You know, the mantra. Whatever I do, it doesn't matter if I'm wrong. I always get up in the morning and write that down. As you know, whatever I do, it doesn't matter if I'm wrong.
It always makes me think of you.
I didn't hear what you said because you spoke at the same time as me. Whatever I do, it doesn't matter if I'm wrong.
You see, we're connected. That's why we're speaking at the same time. We're connected. We're connected. It always makes me think of you.
So you told them you're leaving. They were shocked. but you'll never see them again. So what do you care? You're free. Free as a bird.
I mean, I've got my stuff there. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just leaving.
Who cares? Stuff is, that's another thing I write down. Stuff is just a burden around your neck.
Just stuff, isn't it? Just stuff.
Yeah. Burn it. Do you need any money? I could lend you some. I'll do a bank transfer. 500? 500. Call it 6.
That's not why I've done it.
No, but you know, it's just a loan. I'll put it there. I won't forget.
I told them I'm leaving because you make it seem possible. You make risks seem the thing to do, the thing to take. Shifting things, you know, mixing things up.
Yeah. Because what have you got to lose? It was a shitty job anyway. It was a shitty place to have to spend 3 nights a week, overnight. What was the point of that? Let them rot. Leave your stuff. Get a knapsack and go for a wander. Metaphorically. Well, I'm proud of you.
I feel amazing. Excited.
It was worth it, wasn't it? I made that 700 quid.
At least one planet with organic chemistry, with tectonic plates, with me. At least one species with double helix, with intelligence, with me. Because if I'm not here to witness it, if I'm not the observer to the great experiment, then does it really exist at all? But that's probably my ego talking, isn't it? When I was a youth, I went traveling. Saw the whole world. Well, that's sort of an impossibility in itself, isn't it, really? I couldn't visit every town and every village and walk on every blade of grass, but I did my bit. I circumnavigated the globe. I saw other people, other lives, other cultures, and they were good to me. And I promised I would pay it back. But I haven't, have I? What a selfish fuck.
So, Annabella. Annabella. Hello, Annabella. I've taken the first month's rent for the little studio room off of the 750 because, and I'll be just sending 150 because it's £600 a month in that little studio. Do you like the view? Do you like the view? It's got a nice view of that park at the back there. You'll be quite happy there. Most people are. Anyway, 600 for where it is, very central. I think it's a bargain because I could easily get £800 a month for that, but for you it's 600. So I'll be sending you 150 to your bank account. and that's enough for groceries. Now there's a book I want you to buy. You'll find it in there's a bookstore on the corner by the bakers. And if you go in there and say that Philip sent you, they will have a book that I want you to purchase. And that book is £50. Okay, so you'll have plenty over, still have 100 over. And what I want you to do is to bring the book home, and I want you to read it out loud to me each time I call you, just one sentence at a time. All will become clear. Okay, Annabella? Have you got any questions? Sometimes people have lots of questions, and I always encourage questions. I encourage you to write your questions on these slips, fold them up, put them in your back pocket along with the mantras, and bring them out and just ask them to either yourself or indeed me. So if you've done that and you do have a question, then you can pose it right now.
What was the book again?
It's well, you'll find out when you get it. It's if you say Philip sent me, they will give you a book. It will be covered in brown paper, so you won't see the title. Don't open it until you get home, and then just read it one sentence at a time to me. What I don't want you to do is to go reading it too much in advance. You understand? Because that will spoil everything.
Only read it if
Yeah.
I'm reading it to you.
Yeah. Okay. There's many.
Only read.
Carry on.
I'm so sorry. Only read it if I'm reading it out loud to you.
Yes. That way we share. Because
We have to
we are
share.
not individuals, Annabella. We are linked in a network. And human beings, people think they're individuals, but they're only individuals because other individuals exist and reflect back to them their individuality. It's actually, well, an illusion. But it's fine. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter. As long as you do what I say. Okay?
It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Well, enjoy the view.
Thank you.
Philip, I thought it's time we had a chat.
Yes, of course.
Why weren't you at the funeral?
Sorry?
Why weren't you at the funeral?
Well, the thing was, I was intending to be at the funeral, but I had a lot to organise. I've got a new tenant in the studio, and I had to organise bank transfers, keys, the inventory. And
For fuck's sake! She was our mother.
Look, whatever I do, it doesn't matter, does it?
You've been fucking quoting my book back at me again.
Whatever I do, it doesn't matter if I'm wrong.
Context. You take everything out of context.
But
yeah, I said that as some sort of, oh God.
If I do what I...
You're using my book like it's a fucking Bible.
But it's erudition.
Yeah, it's got wisdom in it, sure. It doesn't mean that you should... It doesn't mean that you should be using it and dissecting it and then selling it to fucking...
Are you saying it's a shit book?
No, I'm not saying it's shit book. I'm saying you're a shit brother. I'm saying you're a shit son.
She always preferred you anyway.
Oh, this again.
Yeah. What about the will? Who gets the big lion's share?
Who looked after her?
Who lived next door? I can't help it if I lived the other end of the country, because I had to move because I was almost banished.
Almost
I got
banished.
hit on the head every night at dinner because I didn't know how to hold my fork.
Whatever you do, it doesn't matter.
No,
Even if you're wrong. Even if you hold your fork in the wrong fucking hand, it doesn't fucking matter.
No.
It's a message to you.
Whatever I do, it doesn't matter if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you hold your fork wrong. It doesn't matter what Mom said. Be your own man. That's what I was telling you. And what do you do now? You quote it back at me to say you're allowed to miss out on her funeral because bollocks.
Well, I had to do what I had to do.
Oh, you had to.
Yeah. Last time she spoke to me, she said, I know you're too busy. It doesn't matter if you don't come and see me. She said that. She said it. I recorded the phone conversation. I know it's true. I can play it to you if you like.
No, it's fine. I know what she was like. I know that you didn't get on. But that doesn't mean you absolve your responsibility as a human being.
Well, it's too late now, isn't it? She's dead.
Very freeing. I feel very free. It's clearer now. My life, what I want.
Have you got the book?
Yes.
Can you read it, a sentence to me? I'm going to write it down.
From the beginning.
Just read the first one.
At least one. That's all that's required. At least one world that has you in it. The other worlds don't matter. The other universes don't matter. You are enough, and you are here.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Have you been for a walk in the park?
Yes.
Did you see the kiddies' playground? With a slide in the swings.
Yes.
I used to play there. My mother used to bring me here. There. Every 3 weeks on Tuesdays to visit my granddad. And she'd leave me on the swings while she went in to chat to him.
I was there on Tuesday.
Yeah. And there's a sand pit, isn't there? Or have they covered that in now?
No, it's there. The sandpit is
I
there.
used to dig there. I used to dig and pretend I was Samson holding up the walls. My mum said, "You look ridiculous." And I found a 4-leaf clover one day. I pressed it in the Bible. Funny that. I've got the Bible on my shelf. I'll bring it out next time. I'll show it to you. I pressed the clover. It's still there. 50 years later. Brings you luck, apparently. Well, I enjoyed that little. I'll tell you what, if you want to read on, feel free. Feel free.
To you or to me?
To yourself if you want. Forget what I said last time. I was wrong. It doesn't matter. At least you can decide for yourself. Okay?
It doesn't matter if it's wrong.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if it's wrong. It doesn't matter if it's wrong. I can be wrong. I am wrong. I'll read it again. I'll read it again. Doesn't matter about the other worlds as long as you're in this one.
At least one world with you in it. Didn't you get it? Didn't you get the point that was about you? I knew you felt different and isolated. I knew she didn't like you as much and that you had difficulties, but I was so fucking pleased when you were born. A little brother. And I'm trying to tell you, all my writings and all my thinking, it was about having you in my world. And I am so disappointed. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing to young, innocent minds. Using my words like, I know that really you wish you were me. You just wish you had thought those thoughts, and you just wish you had said them. And you've corrupted those words. Turn them against me. Really, it was a love poem.
What comes next? Do you think?
Square.
Square. Do you know how many people say a square if you show a circle and a triangle?
Everyone.
Not everyone. Not everyone, but 99%. You're one of the 99%. You know what I said when my brother showed me that? What comes next? I said the letter X comes next. I'm the 1%. I'm in the 1% of different people that don't do what everyone does. Circles, triangles, squares, yeah. I said X, like no longer, in the past. No. Stop. I'm cross. Think of what an X means. If you write an X on a piece of paper, people used to sign with an X. That's what they wanted me to do, sign with an X. Sign with a nobody, with a nothing, with a finished, with a stop. Well, I say whatever I do, it doesn't matter, because I am not like everybody else.
Am I what you want me to be? Am I? Am I?
Hello. I wanted to talk to you, introduce myself. What was your name?
Began with A.
Began with A, Abigail.
No. Arabella.
Arabella. It's nice to meet you, Arabella. I am Philip's brother. I wrote the book that you're reading.
Teacher.
If you like, although I don't consider myself that. Arabella. Philip isn't what he makes himself out to be.
Stop it.
It's gone that far. You can't hear anymore. He's got you. He caught you with my words.
Philip is special. He's one of the 1%. He's one of the 0.1%. He's a leader.
He's a little prat.
Stop it.
He's just a little brother who is jealous of an older brother.
He sees me.
He
He
pretends
sees.
to you. Arabella, does he even know your name?
He calls me Arabella.
Does he talk to you as a human, or does he just quote from my book?
He sees me. He sees who I am.
At least one universe with you in it.
That's enough. At least one. That's enough. That's all you need. One world, one universe.
And who said that?
The book.
My words. He's used them to you. Are you the person? Of course, that's
Yes.
why poetry works. Everybody is just the one person.
He knows me.
Wake up, Arabella. I don't know how else to... Be yourself. You don't need someone to tell you, to guide you.
I don't. You could be anyone. You could be anyone.
I could. And
You
I
can't
am.
tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. You're not Philip. You're not him. You're not special. You're not special.
I know. No one is.
When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. Do you know, until the age of 5, most children think they're the center of the universe. They believe there's one world. They're the center of it. And everyone else is just like a puppet, a supporting character in a play, there to make them the center of attention. Sounds naive, doesn't it? My boys never really grew out of it. I feel perhaps I encouraged them a little bit too much. At least one world that has you in it, I used to say to them every night before they went to sleep, before I gave them a kiss on the forehead and turned their lights out. Did they remain stunted, I wonder? Thinking everybody else was a bit part character, just really there to do their bidding, just really there to support their greatness, make them feel important, keep them as 5-year-olds. I think they did. Was I to blame, though? I'm not sure. I mean, I always insisted they use a butter knife so that you wouldn't get any nasty toast crumbs in the butter. I had to speak to Philip very, very sternly for using the wrong knife. He just scowled at me. In exactly the same way I did when my mother did it to me. I used to like it when Philip was still at home. We used to play a little game. Philip, I said, you've got a circle and a triangle. What comes next? And he said, well, it could be a square, but I think it's an X. That's my boy, Philip. That's my boy. We are in the 1% of special people who see the world just that little tiny bit differently. We're the leaders. And an X is very special. An X is what I put at the bottom of your birthday cards to show you how much I love you. But it can also be a black mark against someone. Just think about the plague and the crosses on the door. Christ was crucified on a cross, Philip. Don't forget that. And it's wonderful, really, that something can be beautiful and devilish at the same time. Don't you think?